hormones will stir up certain urges and desires within our body, or, well, most people's body. This desire is called sexual desire. I know the feeling very well because now, who feels the exact same thing when you see this picture? The girls? Don't be shy. Come on. Well, this, oh my god, this invisible art was found on a chair in room 404, just one floor above us. It's carved onto a chair called "Hug me, please, baby." So someone actually wrote that sentence on a chair in a classroom one floor above us. Well, now Western countries tend to free their people to release sexual desires before marriage. That is called premarital marriage. Unfortunately, our country, Indonesia, still considers that sex is a taboo subject. It is considered as dirty, filthy, and immoral. Probably because our country is so big on religion, so virginity is kind of like a sacred thing, and that's why premarital sex is a huge no-no. Because who aren't you ashamed that you're no longer a virgin? So today, my goal is to convince you that having sex before marriage will do you some good. In fact, in spite of everything. Why? So let's get started. Number one is sexual orientation. I'm sure that everyone in this room will agree with me that we, as young adults, should understand the basic of sex education, right? Such sex education should also inform you about other sexual orientations, such as whether you are gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, asexual, and so on and so forth. So, I guess you don't know the meanings of some of the things that I mentioned right now because our sex education doesn't explain about that. So, because our country, Indonesia, is not such a huge advocate on those things, teenagers doesn't have any place where they can go to receive such information, says Mr. Irwandi, who is also a psychology professor here at Atmajaya University. And they don't have the freedom to explore their sexual orientations. And because of the due of the lack of information, this can happen. You see, this is where sex before marriage comes in. If they had tried to have sex before marriage, then this wouldn't have happened. The husbands would have known immediately that sex with women were not their thing, right? So, what can they do after this? Nothing but divorce. That's why I think that it's better for couples to have sex before marriage to know if you guys are sexually compatible. And then, yeah, sexually compatible. And then the reason number two is anything hinders us from it. That's all for me. Thank you.
What kind of feeling should it provoke when you see the with ladies?
Oh my God.
What is it? Yeah. What do you expect? What did you expect?
Aspect of what?
Maybe because the room is so light, so
because,
you know.
Well, we are mostly women, so I think that they can relate to me when that Chris Hemsworth is very hot.
He is very cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Any comments or questions for Natalie? Ashley?
Let me see what we're gonna do.
Where's your credibility?
Well, obviously I've never had sex before.
Thank you for being honest.